All right, hello. How is everyone doing this fine Saturday evening? Back with another stream. Should be a little more subdued compared to last week, I assume, since we're not giving away quite as much ridiculousness. We got a few good kits we've given out today. High-grade GM custom, as well as a Seal Nova and Portanova, I think, that were anonymously donated today. So, got a few kits to give away. Before I get into working on this GP01 though today, I guess I'll go through the chat and say hi to everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day today. My day's going pretty good. Alright, what's up, Searchlight, Leath1, Adam Shields. You're watching the Nick Savory Sanding Hour with your host, Nick Savory of Mecha Warehouse. I should make that my new intro. So John Lasseter, Ori, Gumpla Viking, Buster, Kyle Dixon, Josh Pontius, Colin Thompson, Victor, George, XP Loyalist, Jacob Baker, Artie DN. What's up, Artie? Ria Kath, XP Loyalist. I already said XP Loyalist. Eric Young, Roman, and we're live. You got it. Started painting my MG Sengoku Astray. Turned out better than I thought. How is that? It looks like a kind of a neat kit. What's up, Scott? Raptor. Last stream I built a Leo, debating on opening up my Wing Zero. That would go well. I'm actually stoked. I got notification that my Mercurius and Vey 8 and Space Leos shipped from P Bandai. So I should see those in about a week maybe. What's up, Rick? G-Mang. Let's see. What's up, Chan? Ria Kath also picked up two PGs, so need to decide when to hit it. Which PGs? PGs are exciting. Chris C. Ahuav. Have I asked how to pronounce that before? I feel like I should know how to pronounce it by now. I've seen that name a few times. Hardy, how's the weather in New Hampshire today? Gorgeous here in CT. Weather was pretty good here today. I spent the day inside basically, but it was nice looking outside. I started the Astray Blue Frame D. Cool, Eric. One day Nick will escape the GP01. I've only got like half the feet and the Core Fighter to do, so about 15 more streams. I'll start the Astray Rebake soon. Waiting for my new nippers. The double rebake, Astray Thrice Baked, Load Astray Thrice Baked. I just got mine today. Actually, turns out I actually ordered 2 of each, and I have no idea why I did that. That's a surprise. Hopefully a good surprise, maybe. A lot of the stuff I order from P Band, I feel like I'm ordering a duplicate or triplicate these days, just because it's so hard to get if you want more. So, Winfield, M-Dub, CP, Patrick Eason are up to 50. Maybe this will be a pretty active stream tonight. I should get into this, so maybe I can get these done before, I don't know, before I'm 50 or something. Yes, great surprise. I guess the money's already spent, so it's a good surprise, right? Okay, so I need, let's start with L. It's like, what's up, Dead Man's Cat, Nike, Commander Wolf Hadley, welcome everyone. The HG pieces are more frustrating than dealing with fur cop pieces, though finishing up the 2 Nobel suits and the God Gundam. That's cool. No, these aren't the orders I need. Which one's L? Oh, there you go. Okay, 12 and 13. Shammy, hope everyone is having a good evening. I hope you are too. My day's going pretty good actually. I would count today as a good day. I hope everybody's feeling the same way about today. Should do my obligatory once per stream. If you're here, if you're watching, if you enjoy these streams, please hit that like button. It definitely helps people find the stream and such. And also, just for anybody who is unaware, that Live 10 code is active on Mecha Warehouse tonight. If anybody happens to be on the market for kits, tools, accessories, supplies, etc., take advantage of that code. Save a little bit tonight. Dustin, going to try and start a HG Lupus Rex I've had lying around since Christmas, sometime tomorrow or this coming week. Nice. I hear those IBO kits are all pretty good. Still working on my PG. Can't believe you did one for the charity stream. Yeah, I mean, the number of streams it's taken me to get these other armor pieces in, I think, kind of demonstrates how ridiculous the core build of this was. Doing it all in one stream was a little crazy. I have to say. Some shades. I already really liked the weekly vid this week. Glad you put in that clip from last week's stream where I finished the leg. I cut that as a separate clip during the week to throw up on social. It's up on social as well, and Instagram, Facebook, etc. And I just thought it was worth throwing in. That moment was just so funny. I really need to cut more of the good moments from these streams. Hopefully I'll get like a media person to help me out. They can be dedicated to doing that kind of stuff at some point. Nike, Nick, have you started WandaVision yet? We actually finished it last night. We just kind of pretty much binge whatever show we're on. And we did that over the last, 2 weeks maybe. It was pretty good. Most HGs have the PE polycaps 001. They're pretty common. The same several polycap runners are in most kits that have polycaps. Looking to trying SE, STI. Any specific cool kits that could use that Live 10 on? We did restock. The one from the restock that I don't have, that if I were going to pick one up, would probably be the high grade Gundam the Origin Zaku 1, the denim and slender version. The gun that comes with that kit looks pretty awesome, I have to say. I remember when we had that stock back before we used Bluefin, really early, pre-Mecha Warehouse days, and I remember thinking it looked cool back then. But there were a few other cool kits too in the latest restock. Not a ton of stuff, but some cool stuff. Brian, excited to see progress this week. Thanks, Brian. Man, new. Hey, Nick, I have a question. I ordered RG Ava Devil this Thursday. I noticed it's been taking longer to get to transit than normal RG or HG. Is it because of the size of the kit or something? What do you normally order, and how far are you from us? So, a lot of high grades typically will ship USPS regardless of where they're going, just because of the size. The post office tends to win on cost shipping wise on smaller items most of the time, with a few exceptions. And once you get to a certain size, like most master grades and stuff, the UPS starts to win on price more often on that cost. And UPS tends to be ground, which is probably why they win on price over priority mail. But that means shipping to California, if it hits UPS, it's probably going to take 4 or 5 days versus the 2 days for priority mail. So that could explain the difference in ship time. Pat W. Yep, just order all the Zaku's. Hooray for Zaku Army. What's up, MGL Hobby Stuff? Okay, I guess Mrs. Beckwars won't be on stream today. I don't think so. We didn't talk about it. I suppose she could pop in, but we weren't planning on it, at least. Which doesn't necessarily mean anything. I don't know that she has a backlog, so if she comes in, she'll be, I guess, raiding mine to figure out what to build next, which is a little scary, so I guess we'll have to see what happens. Have you started Falcon and Winter Soldier? I have not. Stream highlight section on your weekly videos. That would be cool. I might do that. I have not started Falcon and Winter Soldier yet. I just started last night, I think, right? We'll wait to start that until it's further in so we can just binge watch it and watch it kind of all through. I gotta worry about people dropping spoilers on me, but I hate having to wait for the next episode. I'm not sure what we're going to watch next. We'll probably hit another season of Burn Notice. We've been working through that, maybe. And then hit the Falcon and Winter Soldier. In a few weeks, maybe, when it's done or close to being done. That was a St. Patty's Day cake. Ms. Mechwitch did a great job in that. Her IG is definitely worth the follow, my fellow mech heads. We've been laughing about that. All the her follower count like tripled last week, and how nerve-wracking that is for her. She's definitely not a social media junkie. The cake was good. Uh-oh, I'm already falling way behind on these. Just fantastic. My favorite out of the box HG builds, referring to the HG GTO Zaku 1. The denim slider, absolutely cool looking. I was shocked. I love the Origin kit so much. Yeah, those Origin kits are pretty cool. Anyone built the 1-500 space battleship Yamato? I haven't. Another vote for Origin kits being awesome. I mean, the big anti-ship rifle the Charizaka 2 has. I don't know if it's the same one or not. I'm not sure. But it's pretty cool, whatever the gun is. Noted on shipping. Guess I'm only doing big orders in the future. USPS is off of my area, so UPS shipping is far better for me. Yeah, it tends to work out that way. Can confirm California orders take time for MechWares, but it's good to support Nick. Yeah, and smaller stuff, like if you ordered, I want to say paints, but paints often go ground as well, depending on the kind of paint. You know, you order like a pair of nippers or something, they're going to come post office typically because they're small. Some really small kits and some high grades will typically go post office. What's up, Inubito? Usually order RG and HG, but more normalish ones. I ordered California, but I often get around 3 to 4 days for the shipping, but the shop app says there hasn't been any updates yet. When did you place the order, Manu? Or feel free to DM me, and I can definitely check into it for you after the stream and make sure everything is okay. We try to have it not send out any update until the day that the package is actually going to be picked up. Like if we pack over the weekend or late Friday after the postage pickup has happened. But every once in a while, we slip up. Because knowing that there's a label printed and knowing it hasn't been picked up yet seems to drive people nuts. Which Farscape? Man, I don't know. Actually, I didn't want to order that MechWare so far. A relatively decent order that was sent out in 2 large boxes via UPS. I think you've done 2 orders. Let's see, proof that showing legs gets views. Nice, Adam. Not a huge fan of DC, so I'm kind of... Yeah, I don't even know anything about that. Everyone's been talking about the Snyder Cut thing. I guess my head's been under a rock or whatever. Because I know it's a recut of Justice League or something, but I had no idea it was happening or anything else about it. Other than I think some people like it better than the original. Browsing around, I saw a kit for 60% less than online so far. Which one, Raptor? Topical pre-orders. Do you remember off the top of your head when the MG Gin is coming out? I want to say somebody said it was April. I don't remember off the top of my head for sure. Oh, mine gets hung up in Manchester for days every time. Maybe I get crap rolls. There you go. Jin comes out 2021 April in Japan, so it's probably April or May here, depending on when in the month. Oh, the model kit. Seen online for $240. Saw it in a store for like $115, I think. Gotcha. And apologies, this has been asked, but do you have an ETA for the Delpy restock? Can't wait. Place my order. It's physically here, like in my house. Actually, I shipped it to my house instead of the warehouse by accident, but it should be up on Friday this week. Check-in for Delpy is actually like extra interesting, and I have no idea what to expect this time because I think they started packaging their decals instead of just sending the sheets, so it'll be interesting to navigate all of that stuff this week, checking that in. I don't know. I'm not surprised they don't have a release date for the Virtue Nike. I think they do what they want to do when they want to do it. They'll probably announce the release date once they know when they can realistically get it by. They're so slammed. Trying to put stuff out. I'm sure they're just absolutely buried right now. Still making the RD Skygraspers. I think I saw a Skygrasper last year, so they've printed them relatively recently. I don't know when they'll do it again, but they're out there. So my loving wife bought me a PG Zaku and an airbrushing gift for my birthday next week. Nicely, I thought. Nice. I really hope to make MG version of these Evangelion kits they're releasing. That'd be kind of interesting. Glad I held off my order for a bit. Been looking at HGC ZZ Gundam for a while to have more UC Arab main character suits in 1/44 scale. Cool. Sometimes things go out of stock and are reprinted for a while, but if it's not a P Bandai, it's bound to be reprinted. Get a reprint soon. Not necessarily. Like, there's definitely regular releases that haven't been out, but I think that's one that's come out multiple times, so it's probably likely to come out again. The MGDO, I think, is the one that's most referred to as the kit that was printed once and has not been reprinted, I guess. They'll remake Zeta, ZZ, and Char's counterattack in the style of Origins, Unicorn, and NT? No idea. Absolutely no idea. I mean, if they're going to reprint them at some point, probably, or redesign them at some point, they'll probably update them. Seems to be the MO. Anything that's remotely popular gets redesigned every however long. Started getting kits just this year, so I've missed out on most of the afterwork Gundam kits. They'll probably come around again. So if you're not familiar, a lot of all this stuff is basically produced cyclically. They make a particular kit, then they make the next kit, etc. Some kits are really popular and get produced multiple times per year, perhaps, and other kits might only get produced once a year or less frequently than that. So generally speaking, most kits get done every year or two, I think. So you can expect to see things again. It's not really worth going crazy trying to find something unless you absolutely need it or you have good evidence that they're not going to reprint it again. I went to a local gunplay shop today and almost bought nothing. Sadly, almost. Verdant swore up. Just got a display file from you. My mind is blown. Good experience, I guess. Lack of Gundam X Divider is one thing I'm still perplexed about. I don't know. Is Gundam X all that popular, though? I'm not really surprised if there's not a ton of those kits. What I'm surprised about is, like, IBO not having more master grades. But I guess it's just not very popular in Japan, maybe. The 100 full mechanic stuff, so maybe that's why there aren't more MGs. Well, it's probably the other way around. They probably did those ones because they thought the MGs would sell well enough or something. Which is weird, but it must have to do with the global demand thing versus just locally here in the US. I don't think the US really drives a lot of their decision making. I'm pretty sure Bandai's going to spam the Gundam frame parts to make all the Gundam types into an MG. Looking for a 160 unicorn a long time and just see an article where they were saying that most of the kits you see on Amazon and eBay are all half built to return kits being sold as new. That would be appalling if that was the case. There's a lot of stuff sold on Amazon that's coming directly from Japan too. Random Japanese sellers and the like. I think my first master grade at least came that way. When I ordered heavy arms, it came from some Japanese seller on Amazon way back before Mecha Warehouse was even an idea in my head. And I remember being appalled because it showed up wrapped in brown paper, and that was the only packaging it had. It's amazing it showed up at all. Amazon is overly priced nowadays. Totally not worth it. It's hard to sell Gundam stuff on Amazon at a good price if you're not Amazon itself, because of the fees and stuff. It adds up quite a bit. That's how I got my start, was trying to sell stuff on Amazon, and it just did not make sense past a certain point. Especially competing against Amazon, and they just undercut everything when they get a kit in themselves. They used to do stuff back before Mecha Warehouse was Mecha Warehouse. We did, or back in the really early days of, I guess, we did all our fulfillment through Amazon. We'd send all our stuff to Amazon and let them fulfill stuff for us. I thought I'd get away with not having a warehouse and all that stuff. And they would do stuff like send high-grade kits and pouches. And after asking them not to do that several times, I decided just to do it all myself, because that was not cool. Amazon has a very wide selection of prices, usually gougey. Most of the time, Amazon is. Mecha Warehouse, it was Amazon Warehouse, and saying, yeah, that was the very first iteration, was trying to use Amazon, and they just kept screwing things up on me and making things complicated, adding a lot of cost. And I think doing my own warehouse, bringing stuff into my house, was a really good decision. Now I refuse to even sell on Amazon. It's not worth it. It's not worth the hassle. I stopped selling on eBay too. Also, it doesn't feel like worth the hassle. So I need Leo on FB Marketplace for $40, and I guess people are out there scalping peeps. Holy crap. I mean, I could be charging like 3.5 times what I'm charging for a Leo. At least 3 times now Amazon sent me the wrong kit. That's disappointing. Was the icon your Mecha as an Amazon delivery guy? I don't think people necessarily knew that Amazon was doing it, other than that they, I think, probably saw stuff show up in Amazon boxes. In some ways it was really convenient, because I could just pick an order, things would show up really fast. I didn't need as much storage space here, just the extra stuff that I didn't want to keep in the Amazon warehouse. But the fulfillment fees just get you. And then when they pack stuff in pouches. Unscrupulous, I would go to Hobby Lobby and scoop up the dozen Leos that have been sitting on their shelf for like 2 years now. That's odd. Several kits from Amazon didn't have jacked up prices, happen just not often. It's usually when Amazon sells it themselves, because they don't have to worry about Amazon fees. I've seen some stuff ridiculously low markups occasionally, but more often it's the other way around, I think, because it's usually mostly other sellers selling on Amazon. You got one of those stupid pouches, the box all crushed. Yeah, I don't know why they tried that. Found your store last month and ordered some display tools from you. Was very happy with the price and the shipping. Awesome, Anthony. Glad you had a good experience. Got HD heavy arms from Amazon. It was only a couple bucks, but now it's higher than what I originally paid for it. Did you get the MG Deep Striker on order? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I don't think I have that one on order right now. Which means that there's none scheduled for immediate production anyway. I'm still waiting to hear back on my my attempted orders recently. I got a bunch of pre-orders and orders I had to place, but they changed their system, so it's taking a lot longer to hear back, because I think they're actually going to try to guarantee delivery, trying to prevent these scenarios of right ordering stuff and then never actually showing up with the product. Hey Nick, Victoria's on a camping trip with her family, so I'm building with the Mecha Warehouse fam tonight. Awesome. Glad you could hang out. Couple market gets weird. Yeah, it is. Thing where sometimes you get stupid deals and other times they cancel on you before they ship. Well, that's always fun. That's horrible though if it's something that you passed somewhere else and then it sells out the other place before you get a chance. They do that with some of our like subscribe and save stuff. They just randomly cancel stuff and then they try to tell you, oh, like, oh, you can reorder it and the price is jacked up from when you, like, I just want the subscribe and save price I had before. Don't cancel it on me and then try to charge me 20% more. You getting the MG Act GUI anytime soon? I'm not sure if that one's one that's coming in the next month or two. I know we got some sort of Act GUI coming in. We getting the, let's see, Corey. What's up, Corey? And Mega Sheik gonna cancel it. I was hurt. All right, the big clown feet are done. So I think we're on to the core fighter now. Scalpers are the bane of my existence. Get a lot of 1/100. Akatsuki, Uwashi, and Shiranui ordered. I'm not sure. Promise the price is right, and it's only one kit I save on the shipping with Prime. Yeah, Prime is nice in that regard. Alright, this is probably a good natural break to do our Clown View, just comparing MG Ground Gun and my brothers also. It's probably a good natural break to do the first draw for prizes tonight. So, like I mentioned at the beginning, by the time Nick finishes this build, he'll be old enough to start school. Ouch. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, we've got 3 prizes for giveaway this week. Got the GM Custom that was in the picture on Instagram, Facebook, etc. this morning or early afternoon, whatever that was. I think it was afternoon, actually. And I also have a Portanova Brown and Seal Nova White donated by a generous anonymous donor for tonight's giveaways. So I will be drawing some numbers. Let's see, what should the range be? Got 85 in chat, 3 prizes. Let's pick a number between 1 and 260. Let's start a number between 1 and 260 in the chat. 1 number per person. And please don't change your number. If somebody else takes it, I would love another opportunity to flip the Mecha Warehouse coin here. If we were to get a tie that needs to be broken. Raptor, we showing any leg tonight? I don't think there's gonna be any leg tonight. At least not a little leg. I don't think the leg on this thing counts as little. Okay, now I need runners U and R. Looks almost like I planned it. They're right on top. But I think I just got lucky. The people are thirsty to win a glimpse at some leg neck. Show us. Here you go. Yeah, no. Definitely no. Maybe get any of those display nippers back at any time soon. I'm expecting, I think I was saying May. They should be shipping soon, and it takes about a month to get them in from when they ship. Jesse, gotta save that for the OnlyFans page. Came for the standing, stayed for that hairy leg. That's weird, Adam. Okay, Bone Daddy KW, what's up? Nick, what's up, Bone Daddy? All right. The problem is, all right, when I got into the hobby, it's hit or miss. I mean, it depends on the warehouse and who packs your order. Okay, good time up in the chat. Okay, we're going to draw 3 numbers tonight, between 1 and 260. So the first one will be for the GM Custom. So we got 251. Daniel, sorry. Second one will be for the Seal Nova White, which will be 160. If you didn't get in on that one, if we don't end up giving away any of these kits or all the kits, we will be drawing for the rest of them later tonight. So, and number 41 for the Portanova Brown. So if anybody got any of those numbers, let me know, and I'll confirm. And if nobody won, or if any of those kits are left, we will draw for them again in 20-30 minutes. Combine reversed. Nice. No winners. All right, nice. Well, we'll be drawing again in 20-30 minutes, so everybody still gets a chance at at those kits. I think apparently it was a few minutes behind and not live. Uh-oh. Yeah, definitely make sure you are live. You don't want to be behind by 10 minutes because you could miss out on stuff. I guess we're all new mobile report. Gundam Wing, Glory of the Losers. M and ZA. We're going here. Perhaps the royal winners are the friends we made along the way. I'm not going to make it 20 30 minutes. I'm falling out now. I got to work tomorrow too, so probably going to sign out and hit the hay. Well, thank you, Eric, for stopping by at the very least. Hope you have a good rest of your evening. Everything all right there? You're Xavier, or you're referring to Eric? What's up, Seraphim? 32 and 33. Oh, I heard runners falling. Yeah, no, everything's okay. I mean, I enjoy the stream. You got a good thing going here. Thanks, Eric. Really appreciate that. It means a lot. Nick, do you think you'll ever carry Kotobukiya model support goods? I love their weapons. I plan on it. Kotobukiya stuff in general, I've been wanting to stock more. It hasn't moved super well for me. I think a lot of that's been the website, but with the new website coming, I think this coming week, I'll be putting a lot more serious effort into the non-Bandai stuff that's out there, because I think it'll be easier to make it more obvious on the website and help people actually find it. Because I think the model support good stuff especially is really, really good stuff. In fact, I got my latest glimpse at the website. Got this artwork done finally today, and it absolutely excellent. It looks awesome. Way more functional than the current site. Gonna be way easier to find stuff. It's gonna be great. XP Loyalist will just accidentally did weathering on the Astaroth. Hashtag accidental weathering. You break something or gouge something. Hopefully not much more clearance needs to be done. Repair for that huge April shipment. I got some stuff coming in to help us maximize space. But I think we'll figure it out. We might have to rearrange some stuff, but it'll all work out. Painter's tape peeled off the white paint above the flat aluminum paint. Didn't mean it, but it looks cool, so keeping it. Sounds like a happy accident to me. It's always the best case scenario, right? When you make a mistake and it looks good. Relaunch sale. I don't think we're going to do a relaunch sale, but I do think we're going to bring back a contest we did a couple years ago, a giveaway. That was really cool. So we'll hopefully announce details for that either the day we relaunch or later that week, depending on how my preparation for the relaunch goes. What are you doing, Grunt Destruction? Wait, not a build contest, but we did a giveaway back in 2019 called Mecha Warehouse Choose Me, and the premise was that you posted something with the right hashtag on Instagram, basically explaining why we should give you a kit, and we selected some lucky winners. There was a few more details than that, but it was a pretty cool giveaway. And so we're gonna kind of reboot that giveaway, I think. We will probably do some sort of major build contest again this summer, I think. I gotta start working out what the details are for it, but we'll do something. Gotta think up a theme and get that stuff together. Excuse me. I've had like the worst allergies. Post-nasal drip is just relentless. Hi, Mecha Maniacs with the Spud Killer. Major awards always look like lamps from me. Thanks, Christmas Story. Late but here. No problem, Spud. You didn't really miss all that much. First draw came up empty for everybody. Right, I'm 14. That sucks when it starts getting warmer and allergies come charging back. I feel like I've had them all winter, actually. I'm not sure what the deal is with that, but it seems like I always have some decent level of post-nasal drip going on. It's really annoying. The packing station PC made stuff easier now that you don't have to run around with the laptop. It's pretty nice. I mean, it wasn't that bad with the laptop. I just come in and throw it on the dock that was at the station there every time I came in, but it's nice not having to do that, having to worry about having that with me, and kind of frees it up for other stuff. You work on the HD Dandelion, nice. So 30-minute missions kits, some of them come with little spider drones called Rotoroids. Most of them do, I think. The nice weather, finally was able to drive with the sunroof down. Great feeling the wind on my hair again. That sounds excellent. We had some nice weather, then it got cold, and now I think it's kind of nice again. Hopefully it stays that way. I think I'm done with winter for this year. Although I'm not really looking forward to getting my lawn stuff all set up again, my lawn tractor. I don't know if the battery died or whatever right before I put it away for the winter. But I couldn't get it to start for the life of me, so. Hopefully that's not a really expensive fix. Finished up pieces for the MG Sniper 2. Looking forward to finally putting it together. That the GM Sniper 2 Master Grade is a excellent looking kit. I might have to snag one of those if it comes back around again. Winter sucks, the snow, power outages, and I tend to get cracked and dry hands. Weather's finally warming up slowly, so my hands are finally starting to get better. Well, it's good it's getting better at least. Will one eventually eat the head of the 30-minute missions and be replaced by it like mechanical zombies? 30-minute missions, head crabs. Half-Life for the win. Adam, your Half-Life aficionado. Half-Life is such a good game. I remember reading about it in PC Gamer when it was the articles about it before it came out, and just being enthralled with what they were planning on doing with it. Kind of groundbreaking. And Half-Life 2 was probably the only game in my entire life that I had to get the day it came out. I think I played through the entire thing on a weekend. I think I skipped chemistry homework at freshman year of college so I could get through the game. It's crazy. Bought a new weed whacker today. There's money I could have spent on models. Ugh, adulting. Yeah, exactly. I'm not looking forward to whatever it's going to take to get my lawn tractor up and running again. We're having to spend time mowing the lawn again. Have you seen a 30-minute missions Sisters model kit lineup? You're going to stock up on those eventually. Well, I think we'll probably get them when they start coming out. Someone brought it to my attention when I popped on Instagram live yesterday. I hadn't seen anything about them. I'm not really interested in building them personally. I haven't really been into any of those like frame arm girls or any of that kind of stuff. But it looks like an interesting line. The P-Band has reused the GM2 Sniper frame or bits of it in the different versions of Gundam Stormbringer and GM Dominance reissue is never too far away. Yeah, I think they'll be back again. With John Deere riding mower and servicing will be pretty pricey. I have a Simplicity, and same, it's not like the cheapest. A couple years ago, I finally found a dude that will actually come out and do the service right in my driveway, which is nice. So I used to have it sit at the dealership or whatever where they were going to service it. But it makes life a lot easier to not have to lose my lawn tractor for a month. And they come out way faster. Just hire a lawn minion. Yeah, sure. I'm not doing that good. My wife was more supportive. I would order and do a drive-by when we visit Vermont in a week. We're pretty close to the highway, actually. Where are you coming up from, Tom? If you're driving up 93, it's exit 10. We're like 2 minutes from the highway. It's not even that hard to get to us if you're coming up 93. Pretty convenient, I have to say. What I totally, let's see. I'm about to dethatch my lawn. I probably should do that and aerate and all that stuff. I have to do my lawn myself, not because like I can't afford it or any of that kind of stuff. More just it's like my battle to win because my lawn was so bad at the beginning, and I kind of vowed to fix it myself. They would come a long way from the first year. A few trees in the yard, you can start getting a hammock set, relax in during the summer. You don't really have trees. We have trees all around our yard, but not really in the middle of it. Bandai knows we love our waifus. Not a perfect dude, but I started to enjoy the designs of those kits. Would love a squad of male and female variants. Nick needs no 30-minute wish. His wife, he has a real wife. There you go, Searchlight. I'm hoping the new Millennium puzzle kit Bandai's doing leads to at least a figure-eye standard Stardust Dragon. I'm not even sure with that particular one. Control burns make yard works easy. I use a torch on our in our front of our house. We use gravel, and so I use a torch to try to control weeds there. Don't work with my lawn as long as I have some green stuff. I don't care what it is. Just love doing the yard work. There's a real sense of pride in making your lawn look good. I kind of feel the same way. It's just the time conflict recently. '22 and '23. Okay, and I need E. How convenient. A massive restock that's coming in is that late April, early May, or it might be some trickle in late March. So there's two shipments. One is supposed to be supposedly late March, but I think it's really going to be early April. And the other one is supposed to be late April, but could be, I'm less certain on, could end up being early May. Hopefully it will still be late April though. All right, this is actually probably a good time to do the next draw. So let's see, what's that range for the next one here? Let's do a number between 1 and 200. So throw a number between 1 and 200 in the chat, one number per person, and in a few minutes I will draw that number, or three numbers actually, for those three prizes we've got up. The HG GM Custom, the Porta Nova, and Seal Nova that we got, thanks to that anonymous donor. Chat gets overcome. I forgot to ask this in this restocks video. I just pre-ordered my first Bandai kit. Should I keep it in a box or build it? Totally build it. Why would you keep it in the box? Unless you're buying it specifically to try to flip it. Numbers are still rolling. I'll give it another 30 seconds to a minute or so, and then I will draw some numbers here. Wow, we're up to 95 viewers. It's pretty good considering we're not doing anything particularly special for giveaways tonight. Anybody new to the stream tonight? Nice, Anthony. Welcome. Can't post two numbers. Uh-oh, somebody posted multiple numbers. Yeah, one number per person. If you post multiple numbers, you kind of disqualify yourself. Philip, throw time up there. It's between 1 and 200. People act like it's guess the number. Wish it was easier to confirm if somebody was posting multiple numbers here. Then we're going to start imposing a new rule that if your name comes up, even if there's a deleted message in that range from when I started doing the draw, then you automatically are in, because it's too hard to enforce otherwise. Oh, I see it. He's got the star off to 138. So please, going forward, please, only one number. If I ever see you with another number or you delete a previous number, even if it was an accident, then you're just disqualified from that round just because it's too hard to keep on top of everything. And then it puts us in a awkward place. If it's the same number, I guess we'd probably be able to rectify that pretty easily. But just so you don't have any awkwardness if somebody makes a mistake or if somebody else gets it. So our first number is 125 for the GM custom. Doesn't matter, Mr. R, if somebody else already has the number. We have ways to deconflict that I explain that every time I ask for the numbers. So in this case, I'll let the 138 slide because I said that after you post the numbers. But just your number is your number. Even if 7 people get the same number, I'll randomly pick between those 7 people. So GM Custom was 125. It's just a lot of logistics, especially if the stream, if we've got a lot of people in here, it just starts getting really difficult if you've got 100 numbers or more to look through. 160 for the Seal Nova White. Wow, that was the same number we got last time, actually, for the Seal Nova White. That Seal Nova White likes 160. And 36 for the Porta Nova Brown. That's interesting. The GM Custom was 251 last time, so it's the same 3 numbers in a different order. Which is absolutely kind of crazy. And then the Porta Nova Brown, different numbers, but very close. Got some weird trends going on with the random number generator tonight. I had 161 again, one off. I tell you should change to 160 next time, but I feel like the odds of 160 hitting again are pretty low, but I guess it's technically the same as anything else happening. I'm gonna go with 120. I went lower psi. That's always the challenge there. Micro-telekinesis is affecting it. True random numbers can appear to have patterns. I mean, non-true pseudo-random number generators are imperfect. And unless they got a true random number generating machine plugged into their server somewhere to come up with these numbers or seed them or whatever, then it's never going to be a perfect random number. Thanks, Tyler C, for the subscribe. No winners, it seems. All right, well, we'll draw again in a little bit. All right, so I need E, J, I, and Q. I guess E's right here, so we should do 11 and 12. Okay. Need J and I. Perino. Like all those numbers prove is I'm a loser, like Mother said. She's always right. Insert honest music. Okay, so we got those 2 little thruster bell things. Need J21 and Q stuff. Here we go, we got Q. 22 and 23. Hey Nick, when you're airbrushing, what size of needle do you use? 0.5, 0.3, or 0.2? I have honestly no idea. It's whatever came with my Iwata HPCS. Do I have... I don't have my information handy. Curiously consider stocking more customization parts like plot plate, wave parts, etc. I'm looking at wave for sure. Plot plate I'm thinking about. I've got to figure out what to get for plot plate because there are just so many shapes and sizes and options, especially when you get in all the fancy structure stuff. And I'd love to carry it all, but I don't think we'll be able to for a while. .3 nozzle on yours, I think, Nick. There you go. Whatever it is, it works well for what I do with it, I think. And J 21. The Water Revolution's 0.5 works just as good. I mean, I don't even know what the difference is. I think they change your maybe the range of how wide or narrow the spray can be, I think. Is that true? Ordered a few Ava units from you a while ago, and yesterday I built the first one. Dang, those are some complex kits. I've heard they're pretty cool, the RG Avas. Alright. Like the Musha kits, they look awesome. Yeah, I want to build I got a Shin Musha, the standard, the red one, in my backlog. A bit more time consuming, but when you're done, they just look so damn good. Definitely cool. They have a hard time standing up on their own, but they're pretty cool. It's a lot of kits though. They're pretty much cool. I'm Eric. Thanks for the confirmation that my rudimentary knowledge of airbrushing is mostly right. Use 0.5 for primers and large surfaces, mostly use 0.3. And like 0.3 is fair, like, I mean, it's in the middle, so it must be the most most generally versatile. I would assume. One of these days I'll get like different airbrushes for different applications and go crazy with all that stuff, but I need to find time to actually airbrush. You know, I haven't been able to catch a stream in a bit. Hope everything's been well. Papa Mecha. Thanks, Jacob. Things have been well. Welcome back. Glad you could make it. Things are good. Generally feeling pretty blessed with just how life has been going the past few weeks. I feel like we're getting close to that critical mass where I can really start doing the things I want to do and take a lot of the pressure off myself. Start doing the special projects I've got up my sleeve. RG Ava's pull off a crouch better than any kid I've seen, and they have the sprinting knife hands if you want some kind of stand to hold them. Interesting. I guess it probably the standing issue might be why the DX kit was such a good idea with the base for it to stand on and support it. Papa Mecha, is that like Mecha Daddy? It's gonna get weird again. Robo Man. So, true first thing I did with mine was pose the Ava 01 in the sprint position in mid-lunge. Tom Lou can't wait till tax returns done that I can order the circular cutter, among other things. I gotta get on my tax stuff. I still haven't done my taxes yet. Or I guess correction, I've dealt with all the books for my businesses and stuff, but my personal return hasn't been filed yet. Nick, have you seen a spike in orders due to stimulus funds? I think so. Wednesday actually was a very atypical Wednesday. The number of orders Wednesday was particularly high. Otherwise, not really a huge spike. I bet a lot of people are probably waiting for that huge restock that's coming. Anybody that's aware of it anyway. So my stimulus fund is going to end up back with the IRS. Uh-oh, Tom. What are the conditions where that happens? I haven't really been following this stuff. Is there a reason you don't get to keep all your stimulus? Is it if you make too much or something? I've done painting now just to deal with the nerve-wracking rebuild of the painted parts. Saying the stem for the spin issue, I might buy 3 of them. I'm the same using the money to pay state taxes in advance. Because of the way me and my wife set up our withholding. Ah, okay. I see. Didn't hold back enough federal taxes. Makes sense. I'm hoping I'm not in that boat this year. Because I'm self-employed, I basically have to just pay the IRS directly several times a year, and I've basically been doing the bare minimum. There's like a minimum based on the last year's income, and as long as I didn't make a whole lot more, I won't owe a whole bunch extra, but I'm not even sure where I fall compared to last year. So using stim money and pay the MA, RI, and Fed taxes before I get my Fed tax returns. There you go. Stim is coming in soon. After I got my partner a cool present, I'm absolutely going to buy a few kits, hopefully to sell customs though. Cool. Spinachio seems to be a very popular one. What was the... There's also another stimulus just for kids. Last I read there was a $300 a month thing. I think there's a tax credit or something for kids that they're imposing or something, but I'm not sure if I fully got up to speed on it. You need to have some kids. And if I don't want to be the one to break this to you, but $300 a month might not actually cover the cost of having and supporting kids and such, especially when they get older. The tax credit they give you up front, it might be, I have no idea. Right off my kids as dependents. Kids as dependents. Tax credit for kids, $300 a month extra for unemployment. Pets are eligible for $1,400 for the STEM. Aside, if you had to tell you that $300 doesn't support the cost of kids, none of us need you to have kids. But raising kids costs much more than that. The stimulus they give you and the tax credit. I'm painting my Neo Hong Kong Master Gundam, thinking black and gold, cool lore. It's a joke. Those pesky kids needing food and shelter and all that stuff. Y'all destroying my tax evasion dream. Sorry, anybody. Do unbuilt kids count as dependents too? I don't think so. Built kids might. Saying kids can survive on jelly and water. I mean, they love the stuff. They'll sort it out. Go to tax evade, earn all your income through stocks. That only works with the getting good, though. Be interested to see what the market does over the next several years. Kids count as dependents if they're registered with SSNs. There you go. You got to get some fake social security numbers for your kids. How many digits is the UPC code? Is it enough digits for a social security number on the box? In which case, each of your kids come with its own social security right on the box. The FBI is probably listening to this, thinking we're all nuts. My stimulus went to buying lumber to build a built-in shelf with storage for builds. There you go. The FBI, everything in this chat is parody, parody, parody. Definitely looking forward to the April kits. I'm ready to see how they handle the HUCZ Gundam. Z? Is that how you pronounce that? UPC code is 4 more digits than the SSN. So do you drop the first 4 or the last 4 or like the first 2 and last 2? It's got to be a system, right? She, that makes sense. He was a hint of what will be in April, March. April restock. Timothy, it's published on the Discord and incoming if you're on the Discord. But let's see, what can I think the first delivery has the Sazabi Verka, RG Sazabi's in one of the 2 shipments, RG and MG New Gundam, Blitz, Buster, Aegis, I think. Epion, Death Scythe Hell, Death Scythe. There's a bunch of them. It's like 100 something or more different kits and or other Bandai items. Here's my boy. It's pronounced RX78 and his brother Zaku 2. I recently made a purchase, but I don't recall ever getting a link to the Discord. Timothy, send me a DM or an email, nick@mechawarehouse.com, and I can get you sorted out with Discord if you want to get on there. You should have got an email, but for some people don't get it or ends up in their spam for some reason, I think. I think I just heard my wallet start crying. Black Zero. Actually, Barbatos and Kamars are at their friend's house. You're just going to have to trust me on that. Maybe instead of kids, you can give away Discord invites. Yeah, no, I'm probably not going to do that. It is quite the impressive list, though. I'm gonna have a hell of a time trying to get it all checked in when it finally arrives. I'll start crying once I started getting P Bandai. P Bandai can be rough, but at least we have USP Bandai now. I think the secondhand market for stuff made everything way worse. The only P Bandai I want is the Goof Air type. Be pretty cool. I was trying to lay off buying stuff, and both the Zaku Wars got put up on P Bandai yesterday. That when she revealed she too had also purchased P Bandai kits as well. Nick, do you pick up anything from the last P Bandai drop? Not the last one. Last thing I got was the MG Tallgeese 2. And I think I got the Mercurius Invade 8 and some Space Leos just shipped this month. I don't know if I have anything else besides those two sets currently open with P Bandai. Hopefully I can refrain from a while. With the latest one, what was the latest thing? I don't think I got anything this most recent. Wasn't there something Thursday? I don't even know if I looked, but I definitely didn't get anything. MG Zaku slash kits look sick. That seems like an interesting kit. Looks like we probably should consider doing the third draw for the night. Let's figure out what the range is now. We better really shrink that because we're good stuff this week. That's what I heard. So plan to build a V8 while Victoria builds Mercurius. We got the old No Grays built too. Nice. Alright, so let's do a number between 1 and 150. 90 packs, MG Zaku Warriors, 2 versions of Crossbone. Yeah, none of that stuff I'm really interested in. I've already got an F90. I don't really want to do any of the packs for it. Number between 1 and 150. Remember, 1 number per person. If you post a second number, even if you delete one of them, just because there's no way to confirm that you didn't delete the number after I post, or after I shout out the numbers, then you're automatically disqualified from that round. So even if somebody else takes your number, only post whatever number it is. If your number is a draw, we'll flip a coin, we'll pick random numbers, whatever it takes to figure out which one of you wins. But please, please, please don't post a second number. At least if you want to win. If you just want to put a number in for show, then feel free to post all the numbers you want. Up until the point where it gets annoying, then we will also tell you not to do that, I guess. It always seems like the viewer count jumps a few right when everybody starts dropping numbers. Corey, don't worry if somebody else picked your number. It doesn't mean you're not going to win. It just means that we'll flip a coin if that number gets called. It's all good. More fun that way anyway. Or alternatively, we could do pistols at dawn. MMA match to break ties. There you go. Some sort of death match. Trial by combat. If you're not fighting to the death for that free kit, we're not sure you really want it anyways. So I'm gonna throw time up there. Let's draw some numbers. Oh, wow. Number 1. Number 1 for the GM Custom. Don't draw that number very often. Number 42 for the Sealed Nova White. Breaking our trend of 160. That's why I really show up for the death matches. And 125 for the Portanova Brown. If somebody has one of those numbers, let me know and we will confirm and all that jazz. We got at least one more draw, assuming that they aren't all one. Oh, we got a 125 and a 1 maybe? Twice 125 came up. We also had 160 come up twice now. 3 prizes tonight. XN Sever, HGGM Custom, the 30-minute missions Porta Nova Brown and Seal Nova White. Okay, so we have some 125s and some 1s, it looks like. Let's see, I'm looking for 125, 42, and 1. Oh, Josh Pontius has 125. Scott has 125. To do one of those coin tosses. I guess there wasn't a 1, so it looks like there's just the 2 for the 125. So it's Porta Nova Brown. Our tie is between Josh Pontius, I think. Yep, Josh Pontius. And Scott. So Scott and Josh, whoever claims it first, or at least whoever's message I see first, will get to choose between heads or tails. We'll do a coin toss to see who wins the Porta Nova Brown. I guess that whoever wrote that $1 Bob, that wasn't actually a person getting number 1. That was some other statement. Someone else picks 42. No way, this is the one time. Matt Weaver, I had 42. Did Matt have 42? Oh, Jack has 42. And Matt Weaver has 42. So we'll do that coin toss next. All right, so Josh calls heads, Scott tails, so we'll do that, and then we'll do the Seal Nova White toss. What, I'm busy trying to miss the call again. Oh man, Dan. Horrible luck today. So heads, tails, I'm gonna flip this thing. It's hard to flip, this is like a 2-inch coin. Price is right, $1 Bob. So I got it. Tails. As I knock my headset off. So Scott called tails. So Scott wins the Porta Nova Brown. So Scott, please send me an email at nick@mechawarehouse.com or a DM on one of the social media platforms with your details. And now Jack and Matt, I guess you guys can, well, looks like Jack already called heads. So if I get heads, Jack wins the Seal Nova, and if it's tails, then Matt wins it. So I'll flip that second flip. And this is why you don't want to, oh, there we go. It's like Jack gets it with the heads. This is why you don't want to change your number, because you get this extra fun. So same thing, Jack. Send me an email or a DM with your info, and we'll send out that Seal Nova White. It's like the GM Custom is still up for grabs, though. And we'll draw for that one again, probably at the end of the stream now, because we're closing in on the end. Extra fun equals another loser bites the dust. It adds more drama to the stream. More intrigue and mystery. Thrilling game show content. Yeah. All right, so Not gonna lie, I would watch at least one episode of Gundam Family Feud. Off for the night, Nick. Catch you later, man. See you later, Cody. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good evening. Which one of these do I need here? Big money, big prizes. I'm gonna get going too. I need to walk my dog. See you later, Shammy. Thank you for stopping by. I'm close to finishing those legs, Nick. Legs are actually done. I'm working on the core fighter now. Which the core fighter for the base Gundam was absolutely ridiculous. So I imagine this one is going to be the same, and kind of seems it so far, but we're still fairly early in the process here. Okay, now I need M16 and 17. I built a PG tall geese and I love it. RG. I was gonna say, is a PG tall geese? I don't know. How much is left? Asked Tom Liu. So on the manual here, I'm like maybe 2/3 of the way done with the front half of the core fighter. And then there's the back half, which looks really, really complex. Looks like it's way more, or at least bigger parts, so the manual's more complicated. What nippers are you using? Frankie, these are the God Hand Ultimate Nippers, SPN 120s. Full burn parts are much more complex and time-taking than the base armor set. I believe it. I feel like the remaining is taking longer than the initial 24-hour build. Probably. A little of that's probably just less pressure. I'm doing more giveaways and draws. I was only drawing like once per hour during the PG, and I was trying really hard to keep moving as fast as I could because I knew I'd want to sleep eventually. Whereas here, I'm not really incentivized to finish quickly necessarily. So it's a little different there, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a little bit more challenging. I've seen resin gunpla being built on YouTube. Are these legit kits or these garage kits? I guess I haven't seen any resin kits in your store or others. I don't know if there's any resin that's not really like some kind of garage kit kinda. I guess it probably is, but it's much more of a wild west of a like sub niche. It's a sting level of Gunpla building. RG Talgies is very cool though. It has tension parts that simulate muscles. Very impressive. Oh really? That's interesting. Basically unofficial third party. I mean, for the most part, they're not licensed, I think. So I think technically speaking, the ones that are add-on stuff is probably mostly kosher, but the things that are like complete kits would be technically in violation of stuff. I don't know. Since resin conversion kits around seem like they're at least a small company. Not that it could be one dude in his garage. Not that it couldn't be one dude in his garage. I'd believe it. Yeah, I think in a lot of ways they're technically bootleg. I think when it's add-on parts, a lot of the add-on parts is not quite the same. Maybe I'm wrong there, but I don't think the add-on parts are frowned upon quite so heavily, because they're they're not a copy and they're not really stealing the IP, so to speak. They're just converting stuff or adding adding detail. I suppose one that converts one suit into another might be more of a problem. I'm not even 100% sure. So Resin Virgo and Taurus kit on eBay are horrendously expensive. Believe it. The old B Club kits are technically official, but they can be expensive. There are recasts out there for cheaper. Recasts are definitely, that might be infringing on an infringement, but they're still technically not kosher, I think. But it seems like a lot of major stores will carry resin conversion kits, but they don't tend to carry third-party kits. Is a pretty good indicator of where things stand, I think. Full resins are all custom interpretations, so they aren't copies. They're not copies, but if I were to design my own kit, like the Supernova kits, for example, are technically, they're unlicensed. They're taking the IP. Kind of like if you were to make a t-shirt with a Disney character on it and try to sell it, Disney would be mighty unhappy with you because you don't own that IP. Now, if you made a, I don't know, something that could go on that shirt, it's an add to it, it's kind of a little bit different. Hi Nick, super late, but glad I was able to catch a stream. How's the build going? It's going good, Eduardo. Welcome. They are, but Japan companies are like Disney. They let it away because it gives them some publicity as long as they're not exact copies. Well, I think it depends. I think they have gone after some of these companies a little bit. Their lack of going after it doesn't necessarily mean that it's like fine or legal or whatever. But there's definitely varying levels of enforcement and proactiveness on it. Oh no. Then it's got Dragon Momoko, Debon, and Sir, because they were doing exact copies. Those are probably different there. Here, if you don't protect your copyright trademark, you can lose it. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, I think we've talked about this before, there's a lot of gray area, and just because you technically can get away with something doesn't necessarily make it right. But it's certainly true that some companies seem to get away with a bunch of stuff. A lot of little folding things on this so far. Same over in Japan, just that copyrights only exist in the country you established it in. More importantly, getting away with something was wrong in the first place. Yeah. All right. Uh-oh, I was supposed to build another nose from way back when. I guess I'll have to do that next time. I step 5. I guess I was supposed to build 2 of those, and I probably built 1 because I was doing the stream. What's up, Gary Earl? So yay, I got that to look forward to, building another nose to the thing. 5, 3. Oh man, that's a lot of stuff. It's gonna add a lot to this. IP copyrights licensing, all these are very different and rules are all over. Simply put, till you copy a thing, someone's looking at it in some fashion. Another week of this build, guaranteed at least 1 more week. Is everything on the giveaway table claimed, or will there be 1 more draw near the end? There'll be 1 more, Marlon. I think I'm thinking about doing it right now, actually. Because I don't know if I want to start the next piece of this with only about 5 minutes left before I normally call it. So let's do this final draw. We've got 90 people in here. Let's throw a number between 1 and 90 in the chat. So number between 1 and 90, 1 number per person. And please, please, please do not delete that number and post a new number or post a second number, because if I see 2 numbers or a place where you deleted a number, I will have to disqualify you just for logistics sake. Try to get everybody on the same page here. And while people are throwing these numbers in, since I'm not building for a moment here, I'll remind everybody before the stream ends that that live 10 code is still active. So if you're thinking about getting something, or you really wanted that GM custom say, or one of those ported Novas or Seal Novas that we gave away earlier, you can go grab one yourself. I think they're still in stock, and save 10%. All right, let's see. Good stream overall, I think, tonight. But so yeah, next time I've got a flashback and build steps 5, 1, 2, and 3 again. Actually, I might already have 1. I think I have this left over. from the charity stream. So I got a little bit of a head start there. But building that all duplicate under the gun probably wasn't going to happen. And then we got a few more parts for the front end here. And then the back end, which is the big backpack thruster things. Binders, maybe. Does it say? No, I guess it doesn't say. Those are pretty massive main thrusters in the back and such. And then we throw that stuff all together. Should be a good time. These people looking for that live 100 on this draw. Alright, I'm going to throw this time up in the chat here. And there we go, let's draw this number. So number between 1 and 90. Let's see if we hit something. Number 9. For the GM Custom. Somebody wants to confirm. Nothing. Don't see a 9. Okay, let's try one more against the same set of numbers here. 17. Did we get a 17? Oh, I see a 17. Question, is there just one? Oh, I see multiple 17s. Mr. J-Hound's got 17. Adam Shields has a 17. I have another coin toss. So just Mr. J Hound and Adam Shields. All right, deathmatch time. So Adam and J Hound. Oh. So J-Hound looks like he got called heads. So if it's heads, Mr. J-Hound gets it. If it's tails, Adam Shields gets it. Three flips. Okay, don't go for the groin, but everything else is in play. There we go. All right. Looks like we got heads. My wife was going to have me pick 9. Darn Gary. It's like Mr. J-Hound gets it with heads. So congrats. So all 3 prizes are given away. Made some progress. Be at least 1 more week, maybe 2 on this kit. Thank you all for coming to hang out and watch. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I think I'll call it a night. Feeling a little bit mentally fried, actually. I wouldn't mind some sleep. So, Mr. J-Hound, send me that DM or email or whatever, and I'll get that out to you. And otherwise, everybody, I will see you next week. We'll be back at it next Saturday. Hopefully finishing this kit, or at least getting really close to it. He may have taken the model kit, but he left me with my groins. It's a good thing your groins, all of them, are safe. All right. Night, everybody. See you all next week.